And we're going to cover the pillar of support. And think of pillars. Pillars, think of those Greek columns. They're meant to support a building. They're meant to, give us some sturdiness and to be its foundation. And yet, pillars are also meant to be decorative. They're meant to be beautiful. So, righteous practice is meant to bring you stability into your life while also bringing beauty into your life as well. And having a good support system is the right place for us to be this week. I really wanted to look at peace. I really wanted to look at purity. However, quite often within the society we are in, we tend to be very inwardly focused. By design, I'm already an introvert. The last thing I need is one more thing to think about me about. And when it comes to developing a support system, it really is about, can you think about someone else for just a couple of minutes in your day? That is what building a support system is going to help you to do. One of the places that God had me go to, without me realizing it many years ago, that this is what he was doing, was I started going to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. And I began going to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings because I wanted to know, well, if you can stop drinking alcohol, why can't I stop putting Twinkies into my mouth? Why can't I stop hoarding all this food into my mouth? Because at the time, in 2009, I was at 220 pounds. And that was not a place of wellness. Although I was a lot better than I was back in 1997, because that was BC, before Christ came into my life. But here it was. Let's see, I was saved in 1998. Here it was, 2009. What? All this time later. And I look broken. I look like my before Jesus Christ times. I want to be better than that. And I began going to Alcoholics Anonymous because I wanted what these recovered alcoholics had. And what they had was they loved God, they loved the people around them, and they did not love that alcohol anymore. Yes, it was a temptation, and they knew it was a temptation. But if it wasn't for their support system, which was the meetings, which was learning how to show up for someone else's need, they would still be alcoholic. Well, I wanted that for me. I wanted that because I was eating up my emotions. I was eating up my children's emotions. And I just seemed to just not be better than when I first came to Christ back in 1998. And that's where God decided to start me with. We started going to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings because it makes you confess. I am a sinner and I have no control over this addiction with food. I have no control over this addiction with alcohol, heroin, cocaine. I have no control over this sexual lust with these horrible behaviors that have overtaken me, and suddenly I have no control over those things. And that is what those 12 steps in Alcoholics Anonymous did for me. They helped me to see that I have sin in my life and that I have made it my idol. At that time, it was food. And also, I needed to come to want to believe that Jesus Christ could save me, that God could save me. And then I had to realize that it would only be with my acceptance of God in Christ Jesus that I could ever have a sane moment around food.